So we had a good week this week. Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Edition came out on the PS4 and PS5, and it featured upgradable graphics using the Yakuza engine. So I'm gonna take a look at Dead or Alive 5, which is my favorite Dead or Alive game because it includes 4 guest characters from Virtua Fighter 5, and I want to compare them because I don't have Virtua Fighter 5 on the PS3. But I want to compare it to the recent Virtua Fighter to see if how big the upgrade is using the Yakuza engine. One thing I love about the Dead or Alive 5 is the fact that it has the guest characters, 4 guest characters from the VF universe, and it has so much content and levels. Even though the game did not age well, in my opinion, it looked more like a PS3 running on PS4 with a lot of jaggies. Well, not as bad, but yeah, you could tell right away on the screen. But we're gonna pick the beach level. I do like the beach level, and we're gonna pick Pi and Akira and see how well that looks. And they look good. The models look good. They're based. I think they're based on VF5. VF5 running on the PS3. But I think they look good. The textures are not bad. It could be better, but the geometry detail is good. And let's compare that with the latest version of Virtua Fighter 5 on PS4. Alright, so first comparison, let's compare Akira versus the new one on VF5 running on the Dragon engine, and you can tell right away the geometry, the detail, the textures, everything has been upgraded visually, really enhanced to the point that it looks like a brand new game. And you can tell right away, you can tell like the geometry, the muscle tone, the lighting, like I said earlier, everything looks amazing. And yeah, it's a big upgrade in my opinion. You could tell right away it's like leaps like a generation ahead, maybe 2 generations ahead. That the Dead or Alive, like I said, looks like a PS3 game. But yeah, it's really good. Now let's take a look at Pi. Now we take a look at Pi. In my opinion, this changes a little bit. If you look at her arms, they almost look the same on the new model, the geometry. Even though the lighting's better, the textures are better, but man, the Pi model on the Dead or Alive looks really good. The only thing different, maybe slightly different, the face on the new Virtua Fighter model looks more realistic, more mature, like older. But man, the Pi model on the Dead or Alive almost looks as good as I'm talking about the geometry, the polygon almost looks as good as the new Virtua Fighter 5. Even though her legs might have more detail on the new one, but look, if you look at the arms, compare the arms and overall top from the waist up, it looks almost, the upgrade is not as big as Akira was compared to Dead or Alive 3 and Virtua Fighter 5. Alright, so let's take a look at Sarah, and yes, it looks really good in my opinion, but it's not a huge leap. Even though VF4, the new one, VF5, does look better, textures, there's slightly more geometry, but not a big leap compared to the male figure like Akira. And we'll see after this, we'll see Jackie. But I think Dead or Alive looks really good on its own already, even though it's an old engine. But yeah, it's a good leap, but it's not a huge leap. And that is great. I mean, Dead or Alive 5 is an amazing game. But let's take a look at her kicks, see how well she kicks and the animation. Let's see, let me get to this pose right here. Yeah, I mean there's some lighting. I do like the lighting when on VF5 when you hit the opponent and lights up the model and it looks good. But yeah, I think the leap is not as big as Akira, but it's still amazing, I'll tell you. Much better lighting, much better textures, etc. Alright, so the last one, let's take a look at Jackie. And let's see, yeah, there is a slight upgrade in geometry, but it's not as big either. But look at the textures on the clothes has a lot more geometry on the new engine, the Dragon engine. Big time, man. The face looks better in my opinion. Yeah, this one is a big upgrade also. But since he's wearing clothes, it's hard to tell his muscles and stuff, so they don't show his muscles. But you could tell right away. Look at the bottom pants. It looks a lot better, man. Textures are way better, but really, Dead or Alive 5 has aged really well, man. Really well. So yeah, that's about it. That's what I wanted to cover on. How big of an upgrade is the Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Edition compared to you know, Dead or Alive, because I don't have Virtua Fighter 5 for the PS3. I don't. So this is the closest comparison I could make. Now the question is, if this wasn't free, would you have bought it? I would have bought it, but it depends on the price. It's an old game. Maybe if it was $29, it would have been great, but I wouldn't pay more than that because it's an old game. And the fact that it doesn't have a survival mode kills me, man. I emailed Sega about it if they could update the game, because survival mode for me is very crucial, and it adds so much replay value to a fighting game. So I hope they add survival, because playing the arcade, it just gets boring after a while. But playing online is really good. I gotta tell you, I've been having a lot of fun with it. But what do you guys think so far of the upgrade? You think it's a big upgrade? In my opinion, it's a big upgrade. Not because the models look similar, or maybe the models look a little better. Some models look better, like I said, Akira. It's a big increase in geometry, but I think overall the biggest thing is the textures. Using the Dragon engine, the textures, the visuals, the fidelity. It's a big leap in fidelity, in my opinion. On another note, one thing I did notice, big difference also, is the level geometry is a lot better than before. I don't remember being this detailed before. And I've seen some comparisons on other channels, and yeah, the levels are much better, more textures, more polygon geometry. I've seen around the ring side, even the background. I think it looks better. Maybe all the way in the far distance, maybe they didn't change it, but everything in the foreground distance, like when you see maybe 20 feet away, everything looks a lot better. And everything looks great, man. So what do you guys think? Are you playing it? Are you planning to play it online? So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day. Take care, and bye-bye.
まずはその技見せてもらおう。かかってこい。Round 1 Ready Go! Knockout! Round 2 Ready Go! Ring out! Round 3 Ready Go!